That person, that person is Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani, who is the main potency of Krishna, who is the loving potency of the Krishna, the Karunamay potency of the Krishna. That is what Radharani is. So we all are children of Krishna and Radharani. But then Radharani is not impressed. After all we are her children. And how can a mother see that her children are getting beaten? So she was not impressed by Krishna. And then Krishna decided and told Radharani, one day I will take avatar in which I will not kill any of them. That is another reason for him to take avatar. There is another reason. So the way Radharani and the devotees and Ashtasakis love Krishna, they are a paramount of epitome of devotional service, a devotional love that we cannot understand. Our human mind will not able to comprehend what is the love, because we just know the love in this material world. The spiritual world love is, very different. And what we see here is a perverted reflection of that love in this world. So we cannot understand what is the love of Radharani and the other devotees to Krishna, great souls to Krishna. For the matter of fact, even Krishna does not understand. Krishna knows that these devotee loves him. But then what is that love? What is that they find special in me? Right? It's just like a honey does not know how sweet it is, how nectarian it is. If a honey has to get the taste of his sweetness, it has to take a form of a bee so that it can relish its sweetness. Similarly, when when Krishna wants to understand the love of the devotees, he has to become a devotee to understand the love of devotees. That is why he has come. So in other yugas, another example is in other yugas, the dharma was established by destroying miscreants, Ravan, Kans, Madhu, and many other demons he has destroyed. But that's how they got, that's what different birth, and that's how this earth got relieved. But he has promised Radharani he will not do that. But then we are in Kalyuga, and we know that there are so many impurities in this heart that we are carrying in this age. So how to eliminate that? So the main thing is that our heart should be cleansed, because the lust, the greed, and whatever anarthas or whatever bad qualities that we have, that is seated in our heart. That gives us bad desire. So how to purify that heart? So he came to purify that heart. Another reason that he came to this world is, if you talk about Ayodhya or Braj, so in Treta Yuga or Dwapar Yuga, Ayodhya Vasi and Braj Vasis were not ordinary people, just like me and you, ordinary souls. They were divine souls who came directly from the spiritual world to help Supreme Lord in his pastimes or his Leela. So they become the citizens or denizens of Ayodhya, Braj, Dwarka. That was their status. So they came from the spiritual world to help Lord. But this avatar, Lord comes here to take you to spiritual world. That is how special this avatar is. Right? Most fallen souls here, we all are most fallen, but we all are his children. So he loves all of us. So just like if you have, a student in the class who is very low, his IQ is very low, because the Kalyuga itself says that in the scripture it is mentioned, in Kalyuga, we are so fallen, so unfortunate that we have less IQ, we have less age, we have, less knowledge to comprehend things, less knowledge to get the main problems and solutions. So we are in Kalyuga. That is the properties of Kalyuga. So a person who is that low in the studies, he always expect an easy paper, isn't it? Right? Every a paper should be easy for him so that he can pass. That's what this avatar does. He just asks us, sit in a paper and just write my name, one word, and you are passed. Come on. This is how merciful this avatar is. So in all these contexts that we have spoken about, we have talked about, what did we understand at summarized version? It is that he is the most merciful. He is showing his love. He is giving us opportunity to come to the spiritual world. We are talking about Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. So Krishna has taken avatar in Kalyuga for all those reasons that we have spoken so far, in the form of Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he has taken birth not less, close to us, very 500 years before. Because Krishna came 5,000 years before, but he was just 500 years before us. And then he came to teach us the love of God. But then the question arises, if he is Krishna only, then why nobody knows it? Because whenever the God comes, everybody knows him. Why? Because he do divine activities. Either he will take, he'll take his small finger and lift the Govardhan, or he will take a an army of monkeys and build a bridge on the sea, right? All these amazing activities. That's what gods are supposed to do, isn't it? But if he is Krishna or the avatar of Krishna, how come we never heard of it? There is a particular reason for that. Because this avatar is called Chan avatar, or hidden incarnation of Krishna. But another question, why hidden? Why? What was the need? Because he was most special. At the same time, he was exclusive. At the same time, he was for everyone. But that does not go together, right? Somebody which is very, very unique, very, very special, exclusive, like say, Bentley car, right? So those are reserved for very few people. But here we are talking about special at the same time for everyone. That is what Krishna is. We cannot understand it. We cannot understand, the way he works, the way he thinks, and that is his plan. Now another question. Okay, if he is Krishna, I heard you, but then how do I believe if he's Krishna? Do we have any proof here? Because we are living in that age where Shakt Praman is not enough. Where the guru disciple succession have told something and we should oblige them. Okay, what you say, I believe that. That is not happening. We are Kalyuga. We are special people. So we need a proof for everything. So here is the proof. Let me share my screen with you. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So 10 scriptures that reveal Lord Chaitanya identity as Lord Krishna. As you know, in Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara or ISKCON, whatever we speak, that we speak on behalf of holy scriptures that we have. So we don't concoct anything on our own. So there are the 10 proofs we have in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishnu Sahasranam, Garuna Puran, Narsim Puran, Padma Puran, Narad Puran, Bhavishya Puran, Vayu Puran, Matsya Puran, Skanda Puran. In all these places, we are finding the proof. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 5th chapter, 32 shloka. What does it say? Krishna Varnam Trishva Krishnam Sango Pangastra Pada Parshadanam Yaknya Sankirtan Prayar Yajantihi Sumedhashaha. In the age of Kali, the intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of God, who constantly sings the holy name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. It clearly says that he's Krishna. Let's go to some other one. Say Garud Puran. What does it say? Aham prunyo bhavishyami yuga sandhyayu visheshatah mayapure navadvipe bhavishyami sachishutah. In the first part of Kali Yuga, I will appear in my complete spiritual form in Mayapur, Navadvip, and become the son of Sachi. And that's exactly what has happened. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born in 1486 in the town of Navadvip, West Bengal, and his mother's name was Sachi Devi. Let's see what a couple of more scriptures says. Say Narsingh Puran. It says, the Supreme Lord who assumed the form of half man, half lion in Satyuga to cure a dreadful disease that has devastated the Daityas, and who, appearing as Ram, conquered the 10-headed Ravana in Treta Yuga, and who removed the burden of earth in Dwapar Yuga and protected the cowherd men of Rajpura, will be the Lord by name Chaitanya in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuge Chaitanya Nama Prabhuha. He will have golden form and he will take pleasure in chanting the Lord's holy name. So we have many proofs in the Shastras that say that he is none other than Krishna, Radha Krishna. Let's stop share here. Yeah. So that's what we have seen, that all the scriptures refer that he is Krishna himself. And but why did he come? What was the reason? The reason was because for every yuga, the 4 yugas that we are in the 4th yuga, every yuga has a different way to reach God, different way to reach the Supreme Lord. In Satyuga, wherein people were able to live, say, 10,000 years or more, and they have good capacity in terms of their physical strength and mental capability. So the yuga, so the yuga dharma for that particular age was to do meditation, because meditation was the one to reach the God. They were doing the meditation for thousands of years. Can we do that today? Of course, we have many spiritual, institutions these days which promote meditation. We have cult faith, we have many faith which talks about mental health, right? But then can we do it for, say, 100 of years, or say 1 year continuously? No, we cannot do that. That means that is not apt for Kali Yuga. In Treta Yuga, when the religion was standing on 3 legs, not on the 4 legs, the way to find the Lord is through yajna. And you would have heard Lord Ram did Ashwamedh Yajna, and many other kings were doing yajna to reach the Lord. Swaha, 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 and then you are going toward Krishna. But there are two prerequisites for them in the yajna. First is you should need a Brahmana of that caliber, that stature. Today's Brahmana, they themselves violate the rules of spiritual life. Their conduct itself is not good. At the same time, if they come to your house and do some puja, neither you are interested to understand what is the meaning of each shloka, nor he is interested to tell you what is ultimate good for you. You are doing a puja to get the returns, and you are investing in him. At the same time, he's giving you service, taking the payment. That's it. This is the only business of Brahmanas these days. Most of the Brahmanas, not all of them, most of them. So the Brahmanas are not of that level of other yugas. At the same time, Yajna also needs raw materials. They need pure desi ghee from a process written in scriptures. You need you need raw woods and different kinds of drugs and other materials. Can we assure about the quality of it? Do you know how much is the original cost of original desi ghee? Close to 4,000 rupees per kg, right? And then even somebody will claim that, we'll doubt him because we are corrupt. We don't understand. Only the name will not be sufficient. And for the yajna, for many, many days, you need hundreds of liters of ghee. So it is not possible for everyone to do that. So the vidhi of Treta is not applicable in Kali Yuga. Then the dropper. In dropper, when there was a little bit more in religion, the deity worship or the big temple creation and the Arsh Vigraha, worship of Arsh Vigraha, was the way to reach Lord. But, for Kali Yuga, we have Nam Sankirtana. Nam Sankirtan means just take the holy names of the Lord. So you'll be thinking, but why we have so many temples in this world? If you are saying, right, why do we see temples? The reason being, the age of Kali Yuga is very, very long. It is 4,32,000 years. And we just passed 5,000 years. And it does not happen like, hey, tomorrow, 31st December, tomorrow was Draupar Yuga, 1st December, 1st January, we have Kali Yuga. Hey, we have entered in Kali Yuga. No, it doesn't happen like that. So there is a transition phase wherein there is an overlap of Draupar Yuga and Kali Yuga, where Draupar is exiting and Kali Yuga is coming. So we are in that particular phase. So that we see the temples today, and then we see the chanting of the holy names. But as the Kali Yuga will proceed and evolve in its original form, you will see the temples will be destroyed and will just have holy name to reach Lord. And who has come to give you this holy name? Supreme Lord himself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and started this congregational chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That is what the mantra he has given to all of us. Right? But what will happen even if says Krishna has come, Krishna has spoken, he has given the mantra, but why should I chant? What's it in it for me? Right? That is what our nature these days. Tell me what is best for me, then only I will come. Then only I will do. So Supreme Lord came personally to purify us. But then purification needs, when there is impurity or some problem. What is the problem with us? We are good, we are running well, technology is booming, we have 5G, we have fiber net, we have metros. What is the problem? So to understand that, you need to see that whatever we do, we have a cause and then we have effect. If the effect is good, then you can say the cause was right. Otherwise, you change the action. So how do we understand the effect is good? So there are 3 levels on which you can understand if we are doing really well. The validation will come from around us only. So the first level is on individual level. If everything is going good and we are doing what is expected, then why people are so much anxious these days? Why there are so much of mental problems occurring in the society? In US, everybody is allowed to have gun, but then everybody is not allowed to have good mind, right? So any psycho can take a gun and shooting people. That is very, very common in US because they are mentally ill. Individual level, they are frustrated. More and more tamas. So individual level, we are not doing good at all. Let's expand our boundary. Let's go on a society level. How does society is behaving these days? If everything is going good and we are all well in our actions, why so much of rape is increasing in the society? Why so much of violence is increasing in the society? Why a father is killing his own son? Why a son, is raping her own daughter and her own sisters? Why there are so many orphanages? Why there are so many, old age homes. What is happening? Something is not right. Something that we need to think. So, on the level of society, we are not doing great at all. Let's expand our boundary a little more. Let's move from living to non-living thing. Let's see, if everything is doing good, then why is the global warming? Why so much of catastrophic events are happening in this earth? Why the frequency of earthquake, flood, tsunami, unseasonal pattern of rain, unusual heats, unusual cold? Why all these happening? Right? That means something is wrong, terribly wrong. We are not getting validation in any of these level. But all these things are effect. Remember, we talked about cause and effect. So all these things are effect. But where is the cause? What is the cause? What is doing all this? Let's try to understand it from a story perspective. So there was a village, and you have a head of the village in that society. And government announced that we'll get solar lights, 5 solar lights, and you have the government has given you the authority as as the owner of the village, that you put this lights wherever applicable, whether there is a need, and very comfortably. Where did you find the most appropriate need for that light? In your home. Right? So you put first in your home, and then you put four in background. You will testing it. How is it working? So he saw that, and then the light was working well, right? And then there was no electricity bill for that, and then he was very happy to see that, right? He got so much possessed that he got another one, right? So before that, when he was looking at all these the lights at its place, and he was showing off to the villagers, see, only I have it, I am exclusive, you guys don't have it, poor villagers. Huh. So he was showing off. What was it? Proud. Very, very proud. And then when he used to wake up in the morning, he used to see my light. Oh wow, my light is so good, this is nice, nice. So what is this? Attachment, or in Hindi we call moh. Then he got so attached, he said, let me put two more at my places, and other three I'll put in the villages. So he put two more in the house. What is this? Greed, lalach. So, and there was one more guy in the same village. He wanted that light at his place. What is it? Lust. Huge lust. That I should have this. I should also have this. I should also have this. Desire. So much so that he was not getting that light, even if he has spoken many times to the person. So one day, he took a stone and threw on the light, and he broke the light. What is it? Anger, growth. And then when the owner asked him, why did you do that? He said, because it was not placed at my home. My home. Why it is not at my place? What it is? Ego, ahankar, मैं और मेरा. Then the owner complained it to to the police, and then he got fined, right, for some bucks. But then the owner was very sad. The light which he used to have it at his place, he used to see every day, he used to show off to people, all went down. And then people were talking to him saying, He used to show off. Now what happened? So those words was piercing his heart. Now imagine the entire situation once again. If any of the stages, these emotions would have not controlled him, anger, lust, greed, proud, ego, there will be happiness in the village, at least in the lives of those two people. Agree? Yes, they would be. Imagine if the whole world is free of all these things. Would you think, won't you think that of the world will be the better place to live in? Right? Definitely, it will be. So that is the problem. That is why Krishna came to purify. Krishna came in this earth to take these impurities from our heart so that we can live happily and peacefully in this world. But it's not easy. It's just like you have a, you know, you have a mirror and then it is faint, it's tainted. You cannot see who you are because these impurities stop you to doing that. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that you, as a soul, as an identity, you are a soul and you are Satchit Anand. What is Satchit Anand? Sat means eternal. Chit means full of knowledge. Anand means measuring. You're saying, what, Prabhuji? What are you talking? We die. Everybody die. How can you say we are eternal? Then knowledge. We don't know many things. We are confused about the decisions. And you're saying we are full of knowledge. Another joke. Ha. And you say that we are always in blissful happiness. Come on. That is the worst joke of the millennium. We are always in misery. If we have some good, we'll be jealous of seeing others. Why don't we have? And then we'll be feeling the crush in our in our mind. I don't have this, I don't have this. We are always in misery in one way or the other. So is Krishna lying in Bhagavad Gita that we are eternal, full of knowledge and bliss, Sachidanand? No, he's not lying. Supreme Lord does not lie, at least here. In Leelas, he can does. That is his personal playground. So he's not lying. So what he's trying to say? He's saying a soul in its original form is Satchit Anand. So the word original is important. We are not in our original form. So these impurities does not let us see our original form. These impurities stop us to making this world better place to live in. These impurities does not allow us to have the permanent spiritual body and leave this material world and go stay with Lord Krishna in his own original abode. That's why we need to chant his holy name of the Lord. That's why he need to chant the name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That was given by Sri Krishna, Supreme Lord himself. Why by himself? Because of the Guru Parampara system. So in many classes, you would have heard about the importance of Guru Parampara system. It's a current. If you have making the wires long and long and long and long, but then it is not connected to socket, there is no power surge there. Does not matter how long kilometers you put the wires, the light will not be there. So the Guru Parampara is the current, the switch, the source. And when the Supreme Lord comes, who is the source of everything, to give you that current, that spark, we should take it. We have enough reason to take it. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came on this earth. So this was about his Kalyug avatar. And he also predicted that two prophecies. First is, he said that he came 500 years before. He said, in future, my Senapati, my commander-in-chief will come, and he will give this holy name to the entire world. And the disciples was thinking, maybe Mahaprabhu has mistaken. Maybe he was thinking about India. But Supreme Lord does not do mistakes. God does not do mistakes. So you know who was that person? Anybody? Like, take a guess?
Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada. Srila
Chaitanya
Prabhupada.
Mahaprabhu.
Very well. Right. So the great personality we spoke, about him yesterday, he was the one, Commander-in-Chief. And there's another prophecy that we'll not talk today. We'll discuss, when we meet again in 18 days chapters. So this was about Kalyug avatar of Shri Krishna.